Okay, so homeostatic imbalances of the immune system. Immune diseases involve hypersensitivities and hyposensitivities of the immune system. Hyper means more or excessive. So a hypersensitivity means that your immune system is super sensitive and overreacts to non-harmful stimuli. If your immune system is overreacting, not only does it kill whatever microorganism it's against, or not only does it attack whatever allergen or whatever antigen stimulates it, but it also causes prolonged inflammation that leads to self-tissue damage. Hyposensitivities, hypo means not enough. So this is when you have a failed immune response. Your immune system is not responding enough in order to deal with the normal functions that it should be doing in the body. There's 4 levels of hypersensitivity reactions. Type 1 hypersensitivity is just your run-of-the-mill allergy. Allergies, anaphylaxis, and asthma fall under a type 1 hypersensitivity. With your standard allergies, you usually have to get exposed to the allergen first. So you've got these B cells waiting in the body, and these B cells are bad B cells. They're hypersensitive B cells, and they're designed to recognize certain types of allergens as being foreign. So you'll have a bad B cell that overreacts to cat dander, or a bad B cell that overreacts to nuts and the proteins that you find in nuts. So whatever the allergy is, you got this B cell that's waiting to overreact. So the first time that allergen comes into the body, let's say it's a nut, the first time the person eats the nut, those B cells are going to turn into plasma cells and start pumping out this allergy antibody. So it's a different type of antibody. It's called IgE. And that IgE is going to bind to these cells called mast cells. And you learned about how mast cells are in circulation, macrophages are in the tissues. And then those mast cells are going to wait. The second time the patient is exposed to that exact same allergen, the IgE on the mast cells are going to cause that mast cell to release chemicals. And those chemicals are going to cause the allergic reaction. A type 2 hypersensitivity involves blood typing mismatching, and certain types of autoimmune diseases also fall under a type 2 hypersensitivity. So with type 2, you have IgG, there's something in the bloodstream that's causing a problem, and your immune cells overreact to that stimulus in the bloodstream. So like I said, blood transfusion reactions where you give a patient the wrong blood type, and there's a reaction, that's a type of type 2 hypersensitivity. Type 3 are, and let me write that down here, blood transfusion reactions. Type 3 hypersensitivities involve immune complex reactions. So with these immune complex reactions, antigens combine with antibodies and they settle in the tissues. Certain types of autoimmune diseases fall under type 3 hypersensitivities. Type 4 hypersensitivity is a delayed type that involves T cells. Examples of a type 4 hypersensitivity include the TB skin test for tuberculosis, as well as our reactions to poison ivy and poison oak, known as plant oleoresins. And graft rejection. So when someone gets a transplanted organ and they reject that organ, That's a type 4 hypersensitivity. Hyposensitivities can be primary, which are congenital, or secondary, which are acquired. A primary hyposensitivity would be something like SIDS, severe combined immunodeficiencies, or DiGeorge syndrome. SIDS, you're missing both T cells and B cells, or one or the other. With DiGeorge syndrome, you are missing your T cells. Secondary or acquired immunodeficiencies, hyposensitivities of the immune system, could be caused by exposure to chemotherapy or radiation, or it could be caused by HIV. But these are picked up in the lifetime. So just talking about a few of the hypersensitivities. So MS, or multiple sclerosis, we kind of talked about that earlier in the semester. MS is myelin degeneration of the brain or spinal cord that leads to faulty nerve impulses, which slows muscle contractions. It slows the stimulation of those muscles, and that causes painful muscle contractions. So the immune system causes inflammation at those oligodendrocytes. Eczema. So eczema, also known as atopic dermatitis, is a chronic inflammatory reaction of the skin. Crohn's disease causes chronic inflammation of the intestines, and this has a strong link with colon cancer.